There's a quiet power in the way a woman dresses. Not for the world, not for approval, not even for the mirror, but for herself. Welcome back to Elegance Unfolded, where we go beyond fashion and into the soul of what style means when you've lived, loved, and learned. Today I want to take you on a journey, not just through outfits but through emotion, memory, and rediscovery. This first look, soft neutrals, a long flowing skirt, and a tucked-in blouse, might seem simple. But for someone out there, this is the outfit she chose to wear on the first day she decided to love herself again. Maybe it was after a long season of caregiving. Maybe after the loss of someone she held dear. Maybe after years of putting herself last. And on that quiet morning she stood in front of the mirror, tucked her blouse in and whispered, "I'm still here." Fashion at this stage in life is no longer about chasing trends. It's about honoring who we've become. Every fabric we choose, every shoe we slip on, is a small act of self-respect. We're not just getting dressed, we're reclaiming ourselves. One of my favorite images in this collection is of a woman wearing wide-legged trousers, a structured blazer, and bold red lipstick. She's standing tall on a cobblestone path, sunlight gently warming her shoulders. And as I look at her, I see the story of someone who once struggled to be taken seriously. At work, in life, in rooms full of louder voices. But now, she walks in and the room listens. Not because she demands it, but because she embodies it. And maybe you, watching this right now, have had your own quiet battles. Maybe you've lost touch with that woman in the photos you used to love. Maybe you feel like you've outgrown your sense of style. Or maybe it's just been buried under years of responsibilities and expectations. If that's you, I want to tell you something. Style doesn't expire. Confidence doesn't fade. You haven't missed your moment. There's a woman I met last spring. Let's call her Elena. She was 62, recently retired, and completely unsure of who she was outside of her career. "I don't even know how to dress anymore," she told me. "I've been in black slacks and button-downs for 30 years. So we started small. One day, we tried on a lilac linen dress with a soft belt at the waist. She looked in the mirror, and tears welled in her eyes. "I forgot what it felt like to feel beautiful," she whispered. And that's when it hit me. Fashion is healing. It's how we begin again. Let's pause for a moment on this next outfit. Casual jeans, a crisp white shirt, and tan loafers. Maybe not groundbreaking on paper. But in this image, the woman's head is tilted back in laughter, eyes closed, sunlight dancing across her face. That smile, that energy, that style. It's the freedom to laugh again. Choose joy. To feel good in your own skin, even in something as simple as denim and cotton. We live in a world that tries to tell women over 50 to dim down, to cover up, to stay quiet. But here in this space we rewrite that narrative. Your elegance is not defined by your age. It's defined by how fiercely you choose to live, to dress, to show up, boldly, toughly, authentically. I remember my own mother in her mid-70s, picking out an emerald green coat she wasn't sure she could pull off. And you know what happened? She wore it to her book club, and 3 women asked her where she bought it. It became her signature color. And I think of that every time I see an older woman hesitate before choosing something vibrant. Wear the green coat. Wear the red dress. Wear the sparkle. Life is too short for beige. Here's another image now. A woman wearing a cream trench coat, soft scarf wrapped around her neck, holding a coffee cup in one hand and a book in the other. There's something poetic about it. Like she's stepping into a chapter she wrote herself. And maybe that's the invitation for all of us, to become the author of our own elegance. Because true style isn't about labels or perfection. It's about alignment. It's about looking in the mirror and saying, "This feels like me." Whether that's a pair of tailored trousers, a cozy knit set, or a floral wrap dress that flows in the breeze. So as you watch each outfit today, pause and ask yourself, what feels like you right now? Who are you becoming, and how can your wardrobe reflect that? Maybe it's time for soft cardigans that remind you to slow down, or structured jackets that help you stand tall after years of shrinking yourself to fit into other people's expectations. And while we're here, let me say something important. It's okay to evolve. You don't owe anyone the style you had 20 years ago. You don't have to stay the same size, or wear the same silhouettes. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to blossom. I want you to imagine this. You're walking down the street in your favorite outfit. Maybe it's that black jumpsuit that hugs you just right, or that flowy dress with floral print. A breeze catches your hair, and for a moment you feel alive. That's the kind of elegance I believe in. The kind that's felt, not forced. Let's take in this next look. An oversized blazer paired with cigarette pants and kitten heels. It speaks of quiet confidence. Like someone who's stopped trying to prove herself, and simply knows her worth. You deserve that. You deserve clothes that don't just fit your body, but hold your story. There's no age limit on reinvention. No deadline for self-expression. The style you embrace at 55 or 65 might be the most authentic version of you yet. Let yourself explore. Let yourself play. And color. Contrast. Did you? And if no one's told you this lately, let me be the one to say it. You are not invisible. You are not irrelevant. You are not past your prime. You are in the prime of something new. So let these images inspire you. Let these women, bold, serene, playful, graceful, remind you of the many ways elegance can look. And more importantly, the many ways it can feel.